Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. Cumberland Outdoorsman here with you with yet another one of my 22 Rimfire series videos. What I've got on the table here are some different brands of 22 standard velocity target grade ammunition. And I'll be testing each particular load with a 5-shot group at 50 yards using my Remington bolt action Model 581 that I customized several years ago. This is a very accurate little firearm, and it's a great platform to test this type of ammunition with. What I've got here are a series of targets. These are 1.5 inch stick-on targets, and like I said, I'll be shooting 5 shots at each target to test for accuracy and consistency, and in between each 5-shot group or each brand of ammunition, I'll be swabbing the barrel out. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. I'll go ahead and get this target set up. Well, folks, here are the final results of my test shooting at 50 yards with these various brands of ammunition, and I'm a little bit surprised at some of them and a little bit disappointed in some of them as well. This Standard Plus I thought would actually perform a little bit better. Normally this is really good ammunition. I can group them all right into one ragged hole with this ammunition, but for some reason that's the group that I got. Which is not bad. I mean, you can't scoff at that group. That's not a bad group. And then I shot this group with the RWS target rifle. That's about a dime-sized group right there. And then the Norma TAC 22. I got 4 of them right there, right around the bullseye, and then one strayed just a little bit. And then the Ely performed very well. That was the first shot, and then all other subsequent shots grouped right into one little tiny ragged hole. That's 4 shots there. It looks like 3, but it's actually 4 shots. Gun shooting just a little bit to the left with certain brands of ammunition. And then here's the CCI standard velocity. Not too bad. Had 1 flyer right there that left the group. All the rest of them just slightly to the left there. And then this was a real pleasure to see. I know the group went to the left. Like I said, the gun shooting just a little bit to the left with certain brands, but all 5 shots clustered into a tiny 1/4 inch hole right there using the Federal Premium Target. I'll be getting more of this. I got a brick of it here, but this is good ammunition. And then finally, a very pleasant surprise was this Aguila Subsonic Solid Point. Look at that group, folks. That's a 1/4 inch group. All of the bullets right in the middle of that 1/2-inch circle there. Slightly to the left, very slightly, but all clustered right around the bullseye there. That is surprising to me. So I'll be getting some more of that ammunition as well. Finally, I've got a little surprise for you, a little bonus. I'm going to be trying some of this vintage Winchester Western T22 ammo. I've got a brick of it here. This is old stuff here, folks. It's standard velocity. And I think this was made back in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to save this last target here. We're going to shoot 10 rounds into this one here and see how well it does. So let's get it set up and try out the old vintage T22 ammo. See if it even still works. Like I said, I've got a whole brick of it here. It's been around for a long time. I don't think they even make it like this anymore. But it's supposed to be target accuracy, 40 grain lead bullet. This was from back in the day. So let's give it a try. This is the last target. This is for the Winchester T22 ammo. Well, folks, the first 5 shots grouped right up in here using that old vintage ammunition. And then the next 5 shots kind of spread all over the target. I was aiming down here because I wanted to move my point of impact down. So I aimed right down here at this corner at about 4:30, 5 o'clock to try to bring my group down. That barrel was getting a little bit dirty, so I think that's why it started grouping like that. So anyway, join me at the shooting bench for some final thoughts. One thing I noticed about this old T22 ammo is that it sounded quite a bit louder to me, almost like a high velocity loading. And that could be the reason it shot higher and to the left a little bit more than the other cartridges did. And I know this is pretty good ammunition, but I just keep it around because I like to collect old 22 ammo. In general, you know, it's just a nice conversation piece, and it's something you don't see anymore. I know Winchester still made a T22 ammo, but not in this packaging, and I don't think that the rounds look quite the same as these do. I'll give you a close-up here of one of these. I mean, it's just pretty much a standard velocity regular 22 long rifle loading there, as you can see. I'm not sure how clear that is. Good looking round. There you can see a W stamped at the head of the cartridge. This stuff is getting pretty old, but it still shoots. You know, you saw that it shot quite well. I had no misfires or anything with this ammunition. And this used to be the ammunition I went to when I did some target shooting back in the day in the 1970s, when I was still a much younger guy than I am now. But I just like to keep it around because I collect old 22 ammo, and it's just a nice conversation piece to have. But I got some out of my collection and shot it for your entertainment. In regards to these groups, like I say, I'm a little bit disappointed in the SK Standard Plus, because that was the first group that I shot right there. And normally that ammunition performs a lot better for me, but what you saw is exactly the way it happened today. You know, I've got a group here that I shot, let's see, February 1st, 2020. 5 shots, 52 yards with the Remington 581, the same rifle, using SK Standard Plus. And as you can see, that's a phenomenal group right there. That's a 1/4 inch center to center all day long. I mean, just look at that. I've got a penny here, and as you can see, I can easily cover that with a penny. In fact, the target itself is not much bigger than a penny, but that's the kind of accuracy I was talking about when I mentioned the SK Standard Plus. But happily, I'm seeing that kind of accuracy with some of this other ammunition. That was the Federal Premium Target, and that was the Ely Target. That's really, really good. I got one just a little bit out. That could have been the wind, though, that carried that round out there. But all the rest of them clustered right into one ragged hole right there. And then the Aguila, I mean, that right there is just phenomenal to me. How all those rounds went right into the bullseye and all clustered together into one tiny little hole. Much smaller than a penny. You know, as you can see, I can easily cover that with a penny. The Federal, the same way. Easily covered with a penny. So, you know, penny-sized or dime-sized groups with that rifle are a common thing. If you've got a good shooting gun that you know is accurate, get out and test different brands of ammunition. Try to pick a day when it's fairly calm so that the wind doesn't blow you around as much and doesn't blow your ammunition around as much either. You want to judge the ammunition to be the most consistent on a nice calm day so that you know how well your gun can perform. Well, anyway, one of the reasons I came out here, I wanted to test this gun with different brands of ammunition. That way I know which brand it shoots the most accurate and most consistent. That way when I'm out here practicing during the off season with my Rimfire 22, if I do make a miss, I know it's my fault and not the gun, okay? So with that being said, let me also say I appreciate you coming along and watching. Remember, if you like to go hunting, fishing, camping, shooting, hiking, whatever it may be, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Also remember, hit that like button, smash that bell icon, and subscribe. That way you'll know when more videos like this will be coming your way. So until next time, y'all take care of yourselves, get out there and enjoy the great outdoors. And if you go shooting, remember, do it safely and enjoy yourselves. I'll be seeing you.